Hey everybody, how are you doing today? This is Dorothy and this is Dorothy's blog. I'm making this short video this morning just to say thank you to every one of you. I want to say thank you because, guys, it's overwhelming sometimes when you see people just show you love for no reason. Just show you love because of, the empathy they feel for you. Show you love because they believe in you. It's overwhelming for me because I have never ever attracted this type of attention in my life. Yeah, I could tell you that for free. I've never been appreciated. I've never been loved like I see here. I know it's like, okay, you don't know these people, you don't even know who they are. But yes, I know God knows you. He knows everything about you. He knows your intentions, whether good or bad. He knows everything. And for me, I've tried to walk away. I'm trying to walk away from every negativity in my life. I'm just trying to just keep going, push things aside and keep going. But that does not literally mean that I'm not still fighting for justice, for the justice of my child. I'm still fighting, guys. I'm still trying to get to the bottom of this, but at the same time, I won't be talking about her anymore. A lot of people are trying to make me go back and retell my story. No, I'm not going to do that. What I would encourage such people to do is to go back to my old videos where you can still see my story. Everything is there. Nothing has been deleted. They are all still there. So you can go back and see them. I only deleted few, and I did that for some important reasons, for some reasons best known to me. I just deleted those, because I was instructed to do that. But apart from that, all my story is still there, so you can go there and still know what I'm talking about without asking every time. The questions are getting too much. People come, and in a day I get up to like 50, 60, 70 people asking me, where can I get your story? I don't understand the story. I have put everything there, but I don't know what the Facebook algorithm is doing. So maybe it's the Facebook thing, because I think they are still there. Okay. But anywho, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you all for everything you've been doing. I truly appreciate you, and I pray always that none of you will go through what I'm going through. And if by chance you're going through something right now, I just want you to know that you're one of the chosen, one of the special ones. Because in this life, once you have God's attachment in your life, the devil comes in all kinds of ways to try to tempt you. And this is because the devil wants you to feel like you're a bad person. They'll ask you, is it only you? I've heard that question from so many close friends. They'll be like, Shay, now only you, every time problem. And I tell them that the Bible verse, that where God says that many are the afflictions of the righteous, but that God delivers them from them all, is very relevant to my life. It's very relevant. Yeah, trouble comes, pains come, everything comes, but God always take care of me. He always take care of me. This situation of my daughter was one of the hardest nuts for me to crack, but God is taking care of it. He's taking care of it. Because if somebody had told me in about 3 months back or 4 months back that I'm going to be okay, a little bit okay again, I wouldn't believe it. I thought I was going down, down, down. That was what was on my head. I was like, God, I don't want to go this route again. I went through this route in 2003 when my daughter was taken from me forcefully. I went through that. But now, Lord, I cannot go through this again. I cannot. And that is why I'm saying thank you to you all, because you just imagine that I came out to talk about my story and I start getting backlashes from people. What do you think would have happened to me? What do you think I would have turned to? Or I came out to talk and people just come to my page and say all kinds. Yeah, some few people still come and fool around and say all kinds of rubbish. I don't care about that. All I care about is that I've given out my story and I'm working on what I'm working on. So regardless if they believe me or not, I'm still working on something that I'm supposed to work on, that I should have worked on in the last 10 years. But because of Circumstances beyond my control, I couldn't really do it. And that is the greatest regret of my life. But when I look at the whole thing, I believe in God doing things the way He planned them to be. I believe that everything I've gone through in life has been already orchestrated by God, or by, how do I put it? Yeah, it's we can't control things that comes to us. You can only control things you can control, like, how you deal with people, how you talk to people. But when it comes to destiny, nobody has control over it. So please, if you're going through the stuff I've gone through, or that I'm still going through, and people are there lashing out to you, telling you that, oh, is it only you every time, only you every time, tell them that you are one of the chosen ones. When God chooses you for a purpose, the devil comes to shake you, and shake you. And when he sees your resistance, he backs off. So when you're going through pains, don't think that you're a bad person, or that you're suffering it because you are a bad person. Just have the belief that this is one of the hurdles I have to take care of in life, and I'm going to get over it. And that's where I stand. I've gone through a whole lot, from getting married the first time, and I was turned into a punching bag, and I had to leave. And then I got married the second time, thinking all was well. I was happy. Our marriage, our wedding was the best, was one of the best around that time. Everybody was like, oh, you two look good together. You look good together. Oh, this is good. Because they see a handsome man and a beautiful lady, so they automatically think that we are good for each other. And nobody believed that this marriage was fake. Nobody. Even myself, I did not believe that. I never had the thought that what I walked into was a fake marriage, because everything looked normal, everything looked good. And that brings me to the point when people say everything that glitters is not gold. You see that man that comes to you and is always loving on you, always calling you pet names, always, praising you. Even when you give him a cup of water, he tell you, oh, you are the best cook, you are the best this. Even when you are sick, he's all over you. You have to sometimes watch it, especially if you think there's something within your reach that he's trying to grab. Maybe he's trying to get your money. Maybe he's trying to get your support, something from you. So when this my ex-husband was, cutting me in Togo, the first time he started cutting me, he was the best. He was like the best thing that ever happened to me. I was all over the moon. I was over the moon. I was in love. And I thought I was loved in return. I never knew it was all, how do I put it? It was all fake. So if you're going through something, I'm sorry I'm going all over the place this morning, but I just want to bring this out. So whichever way you get this video, just let it sink in, please. Don't mind me going around. But my main reason of coming was to say thank you. And then, things came up. Sometimes you want to talk, and when you start, other things start coming into your heart, to your mind. Because I don't filter, I don't edit my videos. I just talk straight, and I don't have anything written down before I talk. So I just talk straight, and I talk whatever comes to my mind. So what was I saying? I'm talking about when you are faced with all kinds of trouble and problems in your life, and you feel like, oh, has God forgotten me? Or you feel ashamed. Yeah, I told you, a friend of mine did not hear about my daughter's passing for maybe 2 months or 3 months. And then one day, suddenly I said, oh, this person has not reached out to me, because everybody had already reached out to me. But this person is overseas anyway. So I said, okay, let me just text him and say this. So I texted him, I said, I lost my child. He said, which one? And I told him. He said, wow, Dorothy, why are you always passing through things? And I told him that day, I said, yes, and this will be the last thing I'll pass through. Because when you start purifying gold, if gold was a person or a human, once you start purifying it, the gold goes through intense pain. That gold goes through unavoidable pain, because it has to go through that pain to come out as pure gold. to go through that fire, that burning, that's beating, that transformation that it goes through inside the fire is what makes it eventually a real gold. Because when you see raw gold, you can't just use it. It doesn't look beautiful. But for gold to really be gold, it has to go through that intense heat. And that's how our lives are. For you to be who God wants you to be, you have to go through some kind of test. I'm not saying it's going to be a whole lot. Well, God decides how it's going to be. But the bottom line is that once you've gone through that, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'm talking about this morning because I was talking to my spiritual mother yesterday, and we were both talking, and she said she tried to compare my life to the life of Job, and I've never really gotten that type of revelation in my life. But when she was talking, I said, yeah, that's true. When God has chosen you, you have to go through a whole lot of things, and that shouldn't shut you up. That shouldn't shut you down. Just forget about what anybody is saying. Like, my ears are closed now to all that people talk about. When I opened the GoFundMe, I got a lot of criticism by my close friends, a lot of talk about my GoFundMe. But what did I do? I closed my ears because I know where I'm going to. So that's how you have to close your ears. In as much as you know where you're going to, your intentions are okay, are pure, your intentions are legit, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, you're going through your problems, but are you the only one going through problems? No. Are you going to be the last person? No. You just have to hold yourself and think outside the box. Know that you are highly favored. Don't listen to what they say when it comes to your sufferings, because it's not going to be for long. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm telling myself that I'm out of this business and I'm not going to be in this thing. Sorry, please. I'm not going to be in this thing for a long time, because I tell you, this is the last one. Because I have that conviction that this is the last one. You know why I said that? Because I've never gone through my struggles and received a lot of love like I've received now. So the bottom line of this video is to say thank you for hanging in there with me. And please, if you're going through anything, I want you to know that you're one of the chosen ones and you're going to make it later on. Your story is going to be heard and victory will be yours because you're going to smile again. Thank you so much for watching me today, guys. I wish you a beautiful day ahead. God bless you.
I never knew a pain like this could ever exist until they took my joy and